Hey there, welcome back to Cisne con corbata. My name is Cisne, and this week we're going to be talking about 5 things you might be forgetting to do while working in digital art. Before we start, I want to remind you that this channel is all about becoming a better artist by forgetting completely the existence of the word talent. Because talent is not important. What is important is that you're willing to put the effort to get better every time. If you like that kind of mindset, I recommend you to subscribe and click that notification bell so you will get notified every time I post new art videos. Digital and traditional art are very different. And even though there's a lot of people out there who love to criticize those of us who prefer to work in a digital medium because in their mind the computer does everything, that is absolutely not true. In fact, digital art, as well as traditional, is far from easy. And both of them have their own pros and cons. Neither medium you choose is shameful. And digital art requires a lot of skill as well. Sadly, a lot of artists end up feeling really ashamed of the fact that they are working on a digital medium. And as a result, they shy away from using the software to their advantage, even though it's not wrong at all. The options software offers are a tool that we can and should use, as they help us close the gap and even the playfield between digital and traditional art. It's important to know our software and use it to our advantage. But even those with a lot of knowledge about the software tend to forget from time to time to use it. Here are 5 useful things that, in my opinion, we all should stop forgetting to do. Number 1. Rotate your canvas. When working on Photoshop, you can easily access this option by pressing the letter R. Rotating your canvas is not only very useful, but it's also very important when it comes to things like saving time or taking care of your grease, as there are certain angles that are not so easy to achieve in a natural way. This is not really different as rotating your paper when working traditionally. When you are ready to bring the canvas back to its natural position, just press Escape. Number 2. Lock your transparency. We all know how to lock our layers so we don't apply any changes to it. There are several variants to this, and one of my favorites is to lock transparency. When you do this, you can still modify your layer, with the difference that if you try to color in, you're only going to be able to work in the space that has already been working before. This is really useful when you're trying to make lineless art. You can do your line art and then color over it to give the appearance that there's no lines in it. Number 3. Gradient maps. Gradient maps work by taking a selection of colors and assigning each one to a level of darkness. A lot of artists use this to their advantage while coloring. This is, they color first in a grayscale and then apply a gradient so it colors automatically. It also helps if you want to correct some colors or if you want to create a different atmosphere. This is, you color everything with neutral tones and then you use gradient maps to make it cooler or warmer. Number 4. Use texture. When working on digital art, the thing that I tend to miss the most is texture. Because in traditional art, the pencil has it, the brushes have it, the canvas itself has it. But in digital art, it tends to be super smooth. To help with this, you can get a lot of good resolution images of types of paper and canvas, and even other things that you wouldn't think to paint on. Then you place it on your digital canvas and use the overlay and transparency options so you can blend it in with the image you are creating. Another way you can do it is by using brushes. My last video is a crash course into how to create and customize your Photoshop brushes. You can check that out and use it to create your own texture brushes. And speaking of brushes, tip number 5 is using brushes for efficiency. This goes back to creating your own brushes. Say for example, you have to fill a lot of bookshelves, but you're running out of time or you just simply don't want to spend a lot of time in something that is not going to be that noticeable. Just open an empty canvas, draw a few books, and turn them into a brush. tangle the window, brush settings, and edit the spacing between each book. There you have it, a lot of books in a single stroke. And those are the 5 things that I think are very useful but that we forget to do while working on digital art. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, clicking the notification bell, giving me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment telling me what is the thing that you forget to do the most while working on digital art. That's everything for today. I hope I was able to teach you something new. I wish you a great day and an amazing life. See you next week. Goodbye.